Hello and welcome. My name is Mary Hodder, and I'm with a nonprofit called Customer Commons. We're building an open standard. I've mentioned it here a bit, and it's located at customercommons.org on user-submitted terms. So we have a problem, one that almost every session here at PII has touched on at least a little. Notice and consent, terms and conditions are broken. TOUs and privacy policies are too complicated and people can't anticipate the effects of consenting to them. What you see here is an attempt to make them easier with the red and the green on the right, privacy icons, but even the icons don't help you anticipate what's going to happen when you give consent. TOUs and privacy, once we find out the consequences of sharing data, in some cases we feel like Edward Munch's The Scream. Here he's doing the ice bucket challenge. User-submitted terms are something you already know at least a bit. Do not track is a term many people submit from their browser today, commonly. The problem is many companies interpret do not track differently, or simply don't accept them at all. You can see here that Microsoft accepts IE's do not track terms, but not do not tracks from Firefox and Chrome. Many jurisdictions require a response to do not track, including California and the EU. Yet most companies don't respond. That makes California a bit sad since we've required this response from companies since January 1. So user-submitted terms aren't all pie in the sky. Customer Commons is working on a standard for human, legal, and machine-readable terms that fit into a consent receipt system I've also mentioned here earlier at PII, which would give a way for companies to answer the request backed on user terms. Here's what we're working on, terms that you would submit as part of a larger framework of tools that would negotiate this for you under the hood. The bigger vision even includes you allowing, you being able to submit somebody else's terms that you trust, so it's really easy to set those defaults. You know about tracking, this is easy. It's about either allowing tracking or not. We also want to help specify more about what tracking means so that do not track is more clear to the companies. Duration is about how long the data would be kept by the vendor, either explicitly or implicitly collected data. In this case, I would allow the data to be kept for as long as I'm a customer. Sharing is about who can use and share the data. In this case, I've chosen to only share the data with the second party because I'm the first party. Second party being the vendor. Purpose is about how the data will be used. In this case, I'm allowing ads from the site directly, but not third-party outside advertising. So these all together make up the user-submitted terms we are working toward with the help from the Berkman Center at Harvard Law School. We are setting up a developer community to help with the machine layer and a usability community to work with the human readable layer. So what does that mean, human, legal, and machine readable? These are ways to communicate to individuals what the choices mean, to make the legal layer have teeth, and to make the machine layer interoperable with other modules and systems. The human layer needs to tell people what each of these icons mean and what the combined terms mean. Here's a first-party, second-party relationship for the life of the relationship, but the personal data is meant for site use only and no outside tracking is allowed. The legal layer will operate like the terms of use and privacy policies we know now that aren't terribly understandable for the layman, but which are still important to know. It's still important to know the company's terms. As you can see here, we anticipate all the pieces fitting together in a consent receipt. So this is the larger view of the machine workflow. User terms come together with company terms, jurisdiction information in the consent receipt, which is another module. Again, we support them. It's done by opennotice.org. The benefits of user-submitted terms include the autonomy of the individual asking for what we want. Even a no answer is still a good answer because we know we can comply better with, and because we know where we stand and companies can comply better with the law. Regulators, through the consent receipt model, will get insight into what individuals ask for and how companies respond, something they don't know right now. And for everyone, improving economic performance around policy solves many issues in identity management and privacy protection. Since many of our conversations at PII have been, well, a little disconcerting and even depressing, I wanted to share that last slide because I hope that you will see that there are a few tools that are in the works that will help with these in the future. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.